Hey,
Hi.
Risto.
Good.
My apologies. I was waiting in the wrong room. For some reason, I had a different link, and I was sitting there going, I wonder where everyone is. And I thought I better check the link. And yeah, okay. So I was on the wrong link. Welcome to Office Hours today. Hey, Tracardi CDP Office Hours. Welcome and thanks for joining us today. Risto, did you want to just give a really brief introduction about what
Yes.
Tracardi
Yes.
is?
Tracardi is an open source CDP. We try to implement all the core functionalities of CDP, and each company, understands CDP differently. So if you work with different CDPs, some say that CDP is only for customer data. Some say that this is also for marketing of that customers. We concentrate on collecting the data, stitching it into the profile, orchestrating it to some other systems if needed. And also on top of this, we put some automation that allows us to get the profile enhanced if we want to connect to some external systems, make some personalization on the website. This is like, I describe it like a Zapier, if you know Zapier. Zapier is an automation platform, but this is a Zapier that is sitting on the customer data. So you can just do all the automation and reach for the customer data, also reach for some external systems, and also you can send messages, etc., etc. And this is done in a way, this very simple way like Zapier does. So there is this editor for this. And because we are open source, this platform is very easy to integrate with the platforms that other companies has. We not only make the code available, but you also has like data, that so you can reach for the data and get the data. But what is most important, I think, is that we also expose the streams of data. It means that in the real time you see when the event comes, because it goes into some queue, like Kafka queue. So if you have like an IT department can use their own language just to connect to those streams of data, get those data, and make additional automations in a programmatic way. So that's why recently I have a lot of questions from companies that they say, okay, we have our own marketing platform, automation marketing platforms, CRMs, different types of MarTech platforms. And we would like to put Tracardi in front of our data stream. So it goes through Tracardi, it stitches up all the data, and then we connect to some stream where we get when the profile data was changed. So we just send it to our CRM or do whatever we want with that. And they mostly actually use right now APIs, but Tracardi also comes with a very big graphical user interface when you can use it. So I don't know if you ever saw Tracardi in action, like on a video or something. Your mic is off.
Yeah. I'm ready to start the journey.
Okay, so if you need some help with presentation, just reach me and I can just show you Tracardi how it works. But we mostly concentrate on the customer data and segmentation, etc., but not on the marketing automation part, where we just send the data to some external system where the customer can just do it by their own.
Okay. So what I might do next is just share where I'm at the moment. My journey is only about 3 months old. I've got 2 sites running with Tracardi at the moment. I plan to get more running. But I'm struggling with some of the basic concepts. So today, Rizzo is going to just watch or have a look at what I've done and see if it's right. It's also going to be a great opportunity to have a look at Tracardi and get a sense of what it does. Everything's been recorded. If I put any sensitive data up on the screen, I'll definitely ossificate it out when we share the video.
Good.
Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. There we go. Okay, so can you see Tracardi there? Yep. So just on the dashboard, I'm on a dashboard for Influencer Tips, which is my blog. It doesn't really get a lot of traffic, but it gives me a chance just to work with it and get a sense of how to stitch stuff together and make sure it's working. And because you haven't seen this before, you've got some inbound traffic streams. So at the moment, this is just set up with Mailgun. So I'm bringing events back in from Mailgun on a webhook. And I've got the website, which is sending events directly to Tracardi. We saw on the dashboard what's happening there. Be honest, I don't really look at the dashboard too much. It's what comes up initially. The thing that I'm generally interested in is data. Tracardi's got events, profiles, sessions, and entities. The events are what comes in here, and the profiles are how the data stitched together to create a view of the customer. And this is actually where I've got a little bit of an issue. So if I go to profiles now, and I've actually deleted out all the other profiles, and I've only got 3 profiles in here at the moment. And these 3 profiles are for me. What I had hoped would happen is I wouldn't have these 3 profiles here at all, that I would have just 1 profile here, because I've got an automation running, which I would hope would have consolidated these down to 1. And I got a sense that the automation that I've set up isn't quite right. I'm just going to put this onto a bigger screen, just so that we might be able to see more of it. How's that look? Yeah, that's probably just a little bit better. Cool. All right. All right. So let's go back to Tracardi. So 3 profiles for Matt Cameron. Really would like 1. The first one is I know where this is coming from. This is coming from a Chrome browser. This one's coming from, I think, my, look, I'm not quite sure. We'd have to have a look. I'm pretty sure it's coming from my phone. And this one, I'm not quite sure where I've triggered that from. But I'd expect all these to be consolidated down. And the automation that I'm running for that is here, which is called web identification. This has been triggered and it is running. Possibly the easiest and best way to do this is to trigger an event on the page in which it flows through. But before doing that, does this look right, Rizzo?
Yes, it does. So I'm quite surprised it did not merge this. And because you know, I've saw your post on the Slack. I've decided to with this new version to turn on the feature that was supposed to be for a commercial version, but just to implement it in the open source version, because a lot of people are struggling with this. Okay, they just, you know, I have to make an automation to merge profiles. So I've decided, this is just a kind of announcement, that from the next version there will be no merging at all. You will just say, if you put a data into some field, for example, email, system will automatically merge all your profiles.
Yeah, no, I guess that's the identification points, which currently is a licensed feature.
Yes, but this is still, you still have to define an identification point, right? So you say, okay, my event has an email, so I would like all the profiles that has the same email to be merged, right? But still, you have to do it manually. But I had been developing this feature that I call auto profile merging, that says whenever you put, because we know where in the profile we have email, okay? Whenever you put data into the email field, the profile will be automatically merged. So with this, when you install the system, you will not have to merge anything. And when you put data into an email, it will be automatically merged.
That'd be brilliant. Can other fields used be configured for other fields to be used as the primary key for merging?
Yeah, and you define the primary key for merging when you start the system. So this is, and identification points will stay. This is like for a custom merging with some unusual data that some people may want to observe. Some, for example, a batch ID that comes from, I don't know, when you enter your office, there can be like a batch key somewhere, and it could be sent to Tracardi, and then also can be recorded, and the profiles can be merged, whatever you.
I'm pleased to know that other people are struggling with this. And the pattern that's on the screen at the moment is
yes,
right.
Actually, in the commercial version, it's very, very easy to do. So I decided, okay, maybe this takes too much time just to explain how to do it. Maybe just enable this feature that I've been working on, open source version, and then it will be solved. But we can also go through this scenario.
But I was going to say, whilst we're here, let's have a look.
Yes.
Must work. So, so a trigger. What's the best way? Maybe if I just trigger the event, then we can go and look at the event as it goes through.
No, the best way would be just go into data, find an event, and debug this workflow. Yeah. Okay. So, because just a small explanation, with each event that is coming to Tracardi, we can trigger some workflows. So this is one of the workflows, and we can go to data and just select the event and trigger this workflow.
Not a problem. I'll just do it again. I've just triggered an event just by going to the website, and that's triggered we won't go into that part of triggering the event that's been triggered. So if I go into data, I've got identification.
This is the event. Yes.
Yeah, and that's mapped to this journey or automation. And if we go into debug, I can go into web identification, which I think is what you're just talking about.
Yeah. And just try to debug this workflow so we can see what's going on with the data.
Yeah.
So we can see everything is red. It means that the data flow is correct. And if you go to copy data, yes, under this debugging, yes, and we can go into the state, so we can check the state of the profile. We can check the state of the upper, yes, and we can see if the email was copied to the profile. Data. Yeah, that's quicker. That would be just contacts, data contacts. Yeah, data contacts.
Did I go past it? No. Yeah, data contacts.
Oh, it was upper. I thought up. Address up. I usually use 3 for this. Okay, there's email. Yes, your email was copied, right?
Yeah, there is.
Good. So it's in the profile. So okay. So right now, when we go to merge profiles,
so the event properties was copied into the profile, merge profiles,
and then you say that if there is a profile data contact main, if there are any profiles that has the same value in this field, data contact email main, it should be merged. So yes, and there's on the output, I guess there's no errors. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So hopefully it should merge. I don't know why. You can go to data. If you go to data again, because right now data where you have all the you should see here in data in profiles. Okay.
Yeah, we go to the profiles themselves, and we see that they're still separate.
Okay. So I would do something like this, but I think that all the main profiles are the same. So I think it must be some issue with this version. I've recently fixed one issue, so maybe this RC3 did not.
Has RC3, has there been multiple releases of RC3? Because I'm on the first release.
Actually, there is no new one. I have new one on my computer that I'm going to release because I found one bug. Yes,
okay.
And that maybe is making this impossible to merge.
What I find interesting, I think I must have had this working, because if I go into the last profile, it's got multiple IDs. So it's got these IDs. None of these IDs.
Yeah, it means it was working. Yes, yes.
Yeah. So it's okay. So it's got to do with currently I'm on a release candidate SD 8.2, but the stable version is 8.1. So
yeah. So this is probably some issue. All the merged profiles get one ID, and also we store all the IDs from the devices that we use. And actually, this auto merging will work on this basis. It means that whenever somebody fills an email, and a unique ID for that email will be put into that IDs, so Tracardi will be able to merge it automatically.
Okay. So I guess this will be fixed, and also we'll have another way, which will be the identification. The identification, the new way of doing that'll be triggered by the event coming into the system, or will it be a scheduled event that'll just run to do the merge?
Well, we could do it both ways, but I'm just thinking about making a worker for this, because when I've inspected different scenarios, because there are really many scenarios of merging profiles. Okay. Make it in or just real time when the event comes will just slow the event consumption. So I thought that the background process that will merge this, and it will be just up to you how frequently you would like to merge the data. We'll just take care of this and just merge profiles. There is also some additional feature very important when we turn this on. So when you collect data from the webhook, so the data comes from external system, and you don't have control over the data, and you actually don't have profile ID. You just have, for example, an email, and I see that you are collecting from a webhook.
Yep.
In that webhook, you will be able to say, in my payload, this is the place where the email is, and it will automatically merge also webhook events. Because right now we have a merging key, and this is quite simple. Okay, so when you clone Tracardi and you would like to extend it, so you can go to Service Setup Events, and there's a list of JSON files. Okay, so let's go for traffic. Okay, then this JSON file, you define all the we define all the built-in event types. So, for example, product search result. If you look at the list of the built-in event types, you should see one of these. You just define the description, define the ID, which is just a copy of this, and this is all lowercase, and the spaces are replaced with hyphens. Then you define what kind of properties you are expecting, and then you define what you do with it, how you copy this to within the profile, within the event. So the properties query will be copied to the hit query inside event. But there is also a way to copy it to the profile. Maybe, oh, sorry. Copy means copying to the profile, but traits means copying it within the event. So this way, you can, for example, for the screen view, the data is copied only is mapped only within the event, but nothing is copied to the to the profile. And you can also map the state of the customer journey. So this means you are in a state awareness when somebody views something, print some page. So this is in a state awareness. You can also tag your events. So this automatically tags these events that this is a behavioral event and activity is printing. So you can add more files like this in here, commit it to the GitHub, and if this is like a general event type, we just include it into the next version. So I will be asking community to just add more built-in event types that help them, do what they do and don't have to, map everything manually. This will be like built in inside the system.
Awesome. Cool. Do you have to clone this? Could you just, I'm running Tracardi with Docker. Could you just create this configuration file in a volume? And,
yes,
yep.
You can do that. Sure. And this is very simple way just to test something. Just connect the volume, put some file, and then you can test it. It manually will map everything. And also, I didn't show that, but if you have like little programming skills, you can connect the Python library. And it will also compute some. For example, if you want to compute some metrics, you can compute some metrics and put it into the profile automatically. So this is like a simple way of extending existing event types.
Thanks for that. That's been very helpful. The identification thing, I was scratching my head about that, and I'm pleased that whatever's happening, it's got something to do with the test version that we've got at the moment, which is good. It's good to know.
Yeah. It should work out of the box. And when I'm dealing with this, I'm finding that there are so different ways people merge data, and because everything, some things can be processed in parallel, and it's even harder. So I thought, okay, just deliver a solution that works and that just people will be happy, and I will be happier not supporting everyone.
That's cool. All right. Then this week I was going to share where I'm up to, and when I started going through that process, I realized there's some issues there, which is why I want to do this. So what I could do next week is share the solution for topics, the interests, incrementing those, and also go through the JavaScript for that. So I'll get that sorted out so I can share it next week. I'll be implementing that just as quick as I can. What timeline do you think we've got on the identification, merging the profiles? What is?
Is your question when it will be released?
Yeah, when
okay. I have actually locally I have it working. I only need to write a worker, which is very straightforward, and I think 1 week is. After 1 week, we should have some solution already.
Great. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help test it.
Yeah, I would like somebody to see from the different perspective, because sometimes and I think it works, and then there's like a use case it doesn't work. So
yeah. I've got a somewhat busier time, which we're sort of getting, we have to test it on and ensure that it works there. Cool. I guess until next week, we're at the top of the hour. So thank you so much for sharing. And we've lost our guests.
Yes. Maybe we were a bit too technical.
No, that's okay.
Yes.
She's pretty technical herself. That's all cool.
Sure.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.